Hey, welcome to Perfectly Pieced with Me Time. I'm Cassie.
And I'm Erin. And today we're going to talk about the August 2022 Perfectly Pieced block and projects.
Today we're going to share your super cute projects. We're going to offer a fun tip. We're going to do a little bit of Q&A time and answer some of your questions. And then we have a creative project we're super excited to share.
Super fun and easy.
Yes. And then we have a special giveaway.
Yes. Okay, so if you're new to Me Time or Perfectly Pieced, Me Time is Machine Embroidery Delivered, and our website is machineembroiderydelivered.com, and pretty easy. Or no, actually, it's metimedelivered.com. Woo! What we have is we have several programs that bring machine embroidery projects right to your door or your inbox. These are complete projects with everything you need, from fabric, instructions, files, notions, sometimes even thread.
Mm-hmm.
So Perfectly Pieced, which is this program we're talking about today, is a piecing and quilting program. Every month we deliver a new Perfectly Pieced block in 4 sizes. We have custom block by block quilting.
Mm-hmm.
We have all over quilting. We have instructions for various projects and how to make quilts. We also have, if you get the doorstep version, you get a fun box like we have right here, and it's got a fun curated fabric bundle. It's got thread and printed instructions.
It's amazing.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, and a lot of fun at your door,
yeah,
at your fingertips. So
okay, a little bit of Me Time gossip. First of all, have you guys all got the free sample block?
If not, you should download it right now. It is so cute. It's a 4-inch block only.
Yeah.
So it's just something to try, get your hands on, give it a go.
So you'll find it, if you don't have it yet, it's in your Me Time digital library on the website, and it's the 4-inch block, and it has custom quilting on it, and you'll have instructions to download, full color, step-by-step instructions. There's also a video tutorial right there next to the download, and that will walk you through every single step of making the free block, but also, it really applies to any block.
Yes, it really does. And it's really a good video to watch if you're a little bit nervous and you're not really sure what this is all about. It will walk you through it and kind of get rid of those jitters.
Yeah. So try it. You know what? And this free block actually mixes really well with our July block and our August block. So I think we've got a project where we show that in the projects we're going to share, and we'll point that out.
For sure.
So what else is going on?
Well, I keep hearing people asking a little bit about the next subscription, and we are not going to say too much about it yet, but Collectible Christmas is on its way.
Collectible Christmas, yes. We can tell you a little bit about it.
Okay, just a little bit. Right?
So we're going to open these subscriptions starting in November. So we have a few months yet. But the way Collectible Christmas is going to work is it's going to be a small-ish project every month. And you'll be creating collections, of course, holiday collections. And so the first collection, while we can't tell you what it is, it's a 12-month collection. So you'll start in November and you'll make one project every month. And then by next Christmas, you'll have this whole collection to share with your family and to display in your home. They're so much fun.
And it's my favorite is that you get to spend the whole year creating this thing. And then at the end of the year, be like, look what I made.
Look what I made.
Isn't it amazing?
That's true.
And they're really cute.
They're really cute. And one thing I can tell you is it is by a long shot our least expensive subscription. So it's hopefully one that everyone can fit in their budget and everyone can have fun doing.
Agreed.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll let you know as soon as we have more information. In fact, I think in our Perfectly Pieced Live next month, we'll be able to tell you a little more and maybe share some pictures. So something to look forward to.
For sure.
Okay, we ready to share some projects?
I've been loving them.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. There have been some really cute things.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Andrew's going to put some pictures up.
They're coming.
They're coming. They're coming.
Okay.
Right. Oh, this is fun. So Kate Walt did this one. I think this is so creative how she mixed her blocks. So you see on the left, she's got the July block, and on the right, she's got the August block. But look how just by putting that, on the right, she's actually got the July block combined with the August block.
Yes, all together.
And the way she's put that dark navy in the center of all of them has created a completely new pattern. It's pretty cool. It looks like you're going to make a whole quilt with this, Kate, and it looks so good. Love it. Okay, what's next? Oh, this one's great. Look at this ombre pattern that Joan has created. So this is the August block, And you can tell she's made a couple color variations and she's created that X in the middle. That takes a lot of planning. It looks so good. I love it.
I do too. I almost want that one. I'm like, can I have that one, please?
Yeah.
It's so cute. Let's see the next one.
Oh, here we go. So here's one from our box.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this one. This is really cute. So this is using, I think, the 6-inch blocks. And she's got the custom quilting on there. And it looks really good. Love these colors. They're so bright and fun.
They are such a beautiful pillow. You did a great job.
Okay, what's next? Got a couple more. Ooh.
Now this one I saw immediately and froze because it's our free block.
Yeah.
And it is such a cute pillow in those beautiful blues. It's adorable. You did such a good job, Connie. We love it.
Yeah, well, it's scrappy. I love it.
It
I love
is.
scrappy
It is.
projects. Okay, I think we got one more. Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay, so this is such a fun table runner. I think, what is it, Karen? She did such a good job. I would want that on my table. I don't know about you, but the red, white, and blue and the beautiful colors, it is fantastic. You did wonderful.
Okay, awesome. Is that all we've got? Oh, okay. All right. We're going to share a tip with you. So we're going to kind of talk about how to find your files. There's a lot of files in Perfectly Pieced. And so we're going to give a little overview on where to find your files. And Cassie is going to show us that.
Yeah.
Or do we have a video?
It's almost done.
It's almost ready. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and skip ahead. Should we go to Q&A?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So one question that I have seen posted repeatedly on Me-Time community is the question, why can't we have all of the instructions printed in the box?
It's a good one.
It is a really good question. And I want to tell you, as we developed this program, we really talked about it and debated back and forth. And the reason we printed the block instructions is because we have 8 sets of instructions in the box. So we've got 4 different projects, and then we've got 4 different quilt project sheets, and we can't possibly know which one everyone's going to want. If we print one, someone else will want the other.
Right. And the block, though, it works for everything, because once you know how to make that block, you can do the 2, the 4, the 6, the 8-inch project, any of the quilts, any of the projects that you come up with that we've been seeing. It's the block is what matters the most.
Right.
And so that's the one that we decided
That's
to
one we
print.
decided to print. If we printed all of them, you'd have a lot of paper, and it would probably make the price higher than people really want to pay. So that's the real reason. So do we have any other questions, Stacy?
Yes. Okay. First question from Linda. Where can I buy the stabilizer? Or another question, what stabilizer do you recommend?
Oh, good question. You want to answer that?
Yeah, I recommend the ultra light mesh cutaway stabilizer. It is so light and so thin, you almost don't know it's even there. It's just there to help guide the project, and then it disappears. And that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
I would say second to being the regular light mesh cutaway stabilizer. Either of those.
And I think you have to have the ultralight mesh doesn't come in wide enough sizes for the really big hoop. And we're talking about Kimberbell stabilizer. So if you're looking for another brand, you just want an ultra light mesh. You don't want something stiff. You don't want a heavy cutaway that is going to make your blocks stiff. You want them to be really soft.
Yeah, we don't want crinkly. Just something that feels like it melts away.
Yeah. Now our plan is soon we will have the Me-Time store up on our website, and you'll be able to buy those stabilizers on our website, but we're just not quite there yet. We're excited to be able to launch that store.
All right. I've got another question.
Okay.
What size hoop do you need for the 6-inch block?
Yes. So the 6-inch block, in fact, we have one right here. Here's a 6-inch block. It's finished at 6 inches. When you sew it into a project, it will be 6 inches finished. But when you take the block out of the hoop, it's 6.5 by 6.5. Because remember, we have that 1/4-inch seam on all sides. So you actually need an embroidery field that goes all the way to 6.5 inches. And most 6-inch hoops are actually only 5.5 inches.
Right.
So yeah, you won't be able to make the 6-inch block in a 6x10 hoop unless you shrink it down.
Right. Which I don't know. Some people are amazing who they know how to do that. But yeah, so I do my 6-inch blocks in my 7x12 hoop, for example, because that fits best.
Yeah.
For me.
So in the 6x10 hoop, you can still make the 4-inch blocks. And every month we do have a project featuring the 4-inch blocks. We also have a project featuring the 2-inch blocks if you like doing mini quilts and those mini blocks. So it'll still work for a 6x10 hoop. Okay. How are we doing, Andrew? Okay, we're ready to show you our files. I
This
think
should
we're going to
hopefully help.
run, yeah. Are we going to run a video?
All right.
Okay.
Hey, it's Cassie from Me Time. Welcome to my sewing room. One of the questions we've had a lot is about files, so I'm going to talk to you about them today. The first step is to go to metimedelivered.com and log into your account. Then this page pops up. You can click on your digital library here or down here. I'm just going to click this one. All right, once your digital library loads, this is the page that you find. You're going to see your 4-inch sample block. If you haven't gotten that yet, download it now. It is adorable. And then you're going to see the other things that you have in your library. The first thing to do is pick which one you want to download, and all you have to do is click this link and it will download to your computer. Okay, after your files have downloaded, wherever they download on your computer, go there. And I like to just grab them and pull them onto my desktop so I can organize my files. And what I've done is I've made a Me Time Perfectly Piece folder on my desktop so I can keep everything in one place. It just makes it easier for me, but you organize it however you like. So let's look at the files. Let's look at August box. We're going to click that, and these are all the folders that pop up. We're going to start here at the Start Here folder. Now this is fun. We have a Perfectly Piece Getting Started guide, which we fully recommend reading this in complete detail. It is amazing and will give you everything you need to get started. The second thing in this folder is the fabric bundle content. So if you're a digital subscriber, you can go and find out what all the fabric is and see just kind of a quick little snippet of the fabrics. All right, let's go back and we're going to do determine block size. This is vital. You have to determine which size block you make before you can do any of your projects. So in here we have the single block with quilting instructions, which will give you pretty much everything you need to know to get started. If you can make this block, you can make any of the projects. And here we have the 2, 4, 6, and 8 inch with the finished sizes, the embroidery filled size. So all you need to do is figure out which hoop you have, what your machine can handle, and match it up to figure out which block you can make. And if you can make them all, then you just get to pick, and how much fun is that? And then after that, you're going to choose your project, get all your materials prepped, and then you're going to start all the amazing block by block instructions. All right, so that's what's in that folder. After that, we have your choose your project. Okay, so now that we know we can make 2, 4, 6, or 8 inch blocks, there are amazing projects to choose from. So in here, if you've chosen to make your 2 inch block project, you'd click here. Your 4 inch block project, you click there. 6 inch, 8 inch, or the bench pillow, or any other projects that might be coming up. And then you also have a coloring block, which is so much fun. Okay, so if you have your own fabric that you want to use, or even if you're using our fabric bundle, you can go here and spend time coloring, figuring it out, flipping them all around. We have some here that you can play with and just have a ball coloring, figuring out your quilt. And these are here every single month, so you can play and figure out your projects. So that's what's in Choose Your Project. And if you click in any of these, they're going to have your instructions. So this is the 6 inch block project instructions. For example, they pop right up and you can just print this. If that's what you're going to make, then it's easy to print and easy to go to, has your cut lists and all that jazz. Okay, and your embroidery files are right there. So they're the 6 inch ones, easy to find. All right, so if we're gonna go along the line from Choose Your Project, we're gonna click on Resources. Resources has other amazing things like the General Resource Guide. It is incredible. It has all the extra stuff you need to know to finish your projects. Amazing. I'm not gonna download it because it's big and it might take a second, but that's where you find it and it is amazing. All right, this 5 here is additional quilting options. If you want to use the custom-made block-by-block quilting, then we are so excited. But some of you might want to do something a little bit different. So we have here the embroidery files to make the block, but without the quilting. Say you want to do an all-over quilting with clear blue tiles or something, these files are for you. We also have the quilting file right here, which has the embroidery files and the instructions there. And then we have more quilting files here. And we have your single block instructions without the quilting. This is really cool because we still have those amazing step-by-step photos and everything without the quilting for you. So they're there for you. And we have single block with quilting instructions here, just in case you want to compare and maybe decide which one you want. They're all in one spot. All right, and then this last folder is additional project options. This has the quilt project. So let's say you love this block so much, you want to make a queen size quilt, a crib size quilt, a twin, whatever have you. All of those are in here. So we have quilt calculations for the 4, 6, and 8-inch blocks, single block instructions again, and single block with quilting instructions so that you can put together everything that you want to do to make your project. And these are incredible and amazing. We did the math for you, so you don't have to do it. Isn't that awesome? So those are what are in those files. So all of these files are going to be here for you every month. This is the same sort of thing that you got in July. Same things, but you guys can learn how they are and find what you need. And the files are incredible. So I hope that helps. Wasn't that fun? I hope you guys find that helpful and that it will make your experience with Perfectly Pieced even easier now that you know all about all those files.
Yeah. And one thing I want to point out too, if any of the projects in Perfectly Pieced ever include an unusual block size or an unusual border or something like that, we will include extra quilting so that you can complete the project. And one good example is the 6-inch project this month. Mm-hmm. If you notice, there's big, I wish I had it with me, but they have big triangle pieces on the 4 corners of the pillow or table topper. And so we designed a custom triangle quilting pattern that to fit that block. And that is in the folder for that project. So you'll find, if you go to the folder for each project, you'll find everything you need to finish that project. So if ever there's a special border or border block or something like that.
A filler block, you know, something like that.
Yeah, we'll always have extra quilting for you. So look for those bonus quilting designs.
We didn't leave them alone. We have it all for you.
Yeah, everything you need. Okay, so now we get to share a fun little project that you can make with a single quilt block. And we're kind of wearing it right now. So I have a little pocket right here and Cassie has a pocket. And this is a project you can make with any quilt block size, 2-inch, 4-inch, 6-inch, and 8-inch. In fact, Cassie, you want to show this? This is so cute.
So this weekend I was with my kids in my sewing room and I let them pick fabrics to put a little 2-inch block on my little daughter's shirt. And the best thing about it is the fact that they did a good job picking colors. I think
so cute.
They did a good job.
Look at that tiny little pocket.
Isn't it adorable? And this is my 4-year-old's shirt, so it's perfect for them to hide their little fishy crackers in and stuff. That's what they do. I know. So we're going to teach you all about that for a minute here.
Okay, so we're starting with a 6-inch block and we've already finished it and taken it out and trimmed it on the cutting line. So
currently it's 6.5 by 6.5.
6.5 by 6.5, that's right. Mm-hmm. So no matter what your block size, you are going to cut a piece of fabric, lining fabric, the exact same size.
That's right. So I cut this 6.5 by 6.5 to match. We're just going to sandwich it on top and get your little nifty clips that if you are a doorstep subscriber you got last month.
Yes.
Because they're so helpful for something like this. Just clip them about. Now we're going to sew around using our handy dandy sewing guide that are on the blocks.
That's right, the stitch line.
Yeah, there is no guesswork here for that either.
So you'll end up with a perfect square pocket.
Right, and if you remember, that's this line right here. So we're going to put it here in the machine and give it a little stitch, and we're going to leave an opening so that we can turn it inside out.
Leave an opening big enough for your hand.
Yes.
Everyone's hand's a different size.
Exactly.
Okay, so you know what you can do actually if you want to maybe skip a few steps. One thing you could do if you're really clever is you could leave this block while you're stitching the block in the hoop and quilt it in the hoop. And then before taking it out of the machine, then you could take your piece of liner and place it right on top. Then you can go back a couple machine steps and to the block outline stitch. And you can go ahead and sew that liner on there, making sure that you stop a little bit before the end to make sure you leave an opening to turn it.
Which will be so easy.
So that way you would be skipping the step that Cassie's doing of sewing the lining onto the block. And Cassie's using a really bright blue, a little bit of an obnoxious blue, but it's so that we can really see what we're doing here.
We didn't want these stitches to be hidden from you.
Yeah.
So you see exactly what we're doing here.
I'm going to tell you a little thing about Cassie. Cassie makes these earrings she's wearing. I guess you can't see her right now. Okay, in a minute you'll be able to see her. She's wearing these cute tassel earrings. Aren't those cute? And she makes those. And she said that if she ever, gets ready in the morning and she doesn't have earrings to match her outfit, she just whips up a pair.
They're so fun.
Just on the side while she's getting ready.
Okay, so I am going to leave that open, Erin, right there for you.
Okay.
Because I'm going to make sure that we can flip that good for you.
Okay, so now, of course, just like anything else, we're going to trim really close on the corners so that we can flip it. You guys all have your favorite techniques.
Mm-hmm.
Trim really close.
And I suggest
And
going
then
in
we're going to
like
go
that.
in, and do another really close strip. Oh,
This way we can have some nice points when you turn it and have a good pocket
mhm.
corner and not have all that extra fabric bulking it up.
That's kind
And this, by the way, is the light mesh stabilizer that we have in there, the ultra light
Yeah.
mesh stabilizer.
Okay, so just turn it. I'm going to use my little turning tool here. Oh, whoops. I was a little aggressive with the turning tool.
Nice blunt tip.
Yes. Okay, and then you just want to make sure you iron it to get some really crisp corners. You're going to want to tuck that lining in, right, to make sure that the lining doesn't show on the outside of your pocket.
That way the quilt block can shine the most.
Yep. Now, one option too is you can either leave the batting in the block or you can take the batting out. So for this one, we didn't use batting.
Mm-mm.
I think the one on my pocket, we do have, this one on my shirt, we do have batting in that.
Mhm.
So it kind of just depends, I think, maybe on how stiff the fabric is that you're sewing it onto. Since I sewed this onto kind of a sweatshirt material, it worked to have a little stiffer fabric.
Yeah.
But if you're going to sew it onto a t-shirt, this is
Which is
not
mine.
working
Mine's
for
a
me.
t-shirt, so I don't have batting in mine to give it a little bit more flexibility. But my daughter's shirt, I put batting in it because I wanted it to be a little hardier. You know how kids are. They're a little tough on their clothes.
Are they?
Yeah, just a little bit. So I was like, we're going to just make that a little bit more hardy and durable.
So you can go back and you can use some iron-on seam tape to close that, but
Or
you really
basting
don't.
glue.
Yeah, or basting glue, but you
Mhm.
really don't have to because we're going to sew it down.
So our tip here is to make sure that the opening is not the top. It's either the sides or the bottom,
Yes.
so that we can stitch that close.
Very good tip.
We don't
Okay.
have to worry about it.
So in terms of placement, it completely depends on what you're putting it on. And we would love to give you directions, but everyone has a different body type.
Mhm.
So here's what we did. So Cassie's going to put this shirt on over the top of her shirt. This is what we did. In fact, when I was doing this one, we were planning on putting the pocket right at the
Where I
chest.
did.
But when we were playing around, we said, hey, that looks kind of cute. And everyone in the room said, great idea.
So mine's up high and Erin's
Mhm.
is down low, but they're both
Yeah.
cute. So on
So
this
the
shirt,
idea is put on whatever it is, or if you're doing your kid, put their clothes on and then decide where you want it to go. Do you want it there? Do you want it there? Where do you want it, Cassie? Is that good?
I think that'd be
Okay.
cute right there.
So then you're just going to take a pin and pin the top where you want it to be. Don't poke yourself.
Yes. And then I like to do one on the bottom too because it wiggles.
Okay.
So you have at least 2 anchor points.
Make sure it's straight. Look in the mirror.
Now, how am I doing?
It looks good to me.
Okay. And then we can pin it more aggressively afterwards. But there,
Yeah,
it's
there
in
you go.
place.
So then you take it off, and then of course you're just going to sew right around the edge as close as you can on the 3 sides, and back stitching, of course, on the beginning and the end.
I pinned it to myself.
Oh dear. Rookie mistake when you're on camera, right?
Don't pin it to yourself. Okay.
Okay, so anyway, we would love to see. I hope you guys try that and post pictures. I was thinking the little pocket is so cute, but wouldn't it be cute to even do 2 pockets on a little girl's shirt? You could put them on a skirt.
Yes.
This is,
Like
like I
this.
said, this is a sweatshirt.
Me too.
And so you can do anything.
Or even on a bag. It would be so
that's
cute
a
on
good
a
idea.
bag.
Yeah, you could do the 8-inch block on a bag.
Yes.
Love that. So anyway, try that out. We'd love to see your pictures. Post them in the Me Time community. And now we're ready for the good stuff. We're ready for a giveaway. Okay, we loved our giveaway last month, so we're going to do the same thing. You want to go through what those are?
This is the ultralight mesh cutaway stabilizer, which is what we recommend for perfectly pieced, and it is seriously the best. I love it.
Yeah.
And then this is the project batting that you can put in your perfectly pieced projects, and it's perfect. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. It's the right stuff, right? So, and that's so fun. But we also have one more thing.
Yes, we're again going to give away the fabric bundle. This is for the September box.
So for next month.
We're really excited about our block next month. And a few of you have been, sleuths and have been trying to figure out what the block is. We won't say whether you're right or not, but anyway.
You'll find out.
You'll find out. Okay, so to enter this giveaway, what we want you to do is post either on YouTube or in the Me Time community. We want you to post, what is your first memory of quilting or a quilt? What is your first memory that you can remember holding one, snuggling under one, sewing one, whatever the case may be?
I have one.
Okay, let's hear
So mine is, that really old silky fabric that they make for wedding quilts?
Yes.
I remember stitching, hand embroidering with needle and thread on one of those for a wedding present, and, stabbing my finger and stuff like that. And being
How old were you?
I don't know. We used to do quilts all the time when we were little. So tying, hand embroidering, and being like, oh, well, it's only a quilt if somebody, bleeds on it. Or whatever.
That's true.
That's my first memories.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have
like Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, I know.
I loved reading those books. And remember Laura, that's the first thing she learned to do, was sew on her little 9-patch quilt, which she wasn't patient enough for.
Yeah, you get a lot of patience. But I did that as a kid, hand embroidered, hand tying.
I didn't start quilting until I was an adult, but my first memory of a quilt is a quilt my grandma made me, and it was purple and white and had a ruffle around it. And that was, I don't know where it is now, but it was my quilt as a little girl. Okay. All right. So what you're going to do is you're just going to post your first memory about quilting. And if you do that by the end of day Wednesday, we will announce winners on Thursday. And are we going to give them a little sneak peek again?
I think we should. You guys want to see? I know you want to see. So we'll just rip into this just a little bit and give you a sneak peek. Oh, all I'm going to see is ribbon.
Yeah. We've got more Me Time ribbon.
There's Me Time ribbon in here, guys. All right. There you are.
Ooh. Another floral. It's so pretty. It has beautiful earthy colors. I think you're going to love this color scheme, and it's going to go good with a lot of home decor.
I think so too.
So that's what we've got for today. Hope you had a good time, and go enjoy a little well-deserved me time.
We'll see you next time.